Hey guys, what you're about to watch is currently available in a new full episode of Noir. Be sure to check it out on nratv.com.
For a lot of people, guns inherently are intimidating. However, what I want to do today is talk about the more subjective components of intimidation when it comes to a firearm. Not necessarily scary, but something that leaves a lasting impression that's hard to forget. So what I've done is compiled my top 5 most intimidating guns. And I'm going to start with the M16. The M16 is the proverbial American intimidating rifle. And the reason that is because of the news, the media, and anti-gunners.
It's a weapon of war.
This is a weapon of mass slaughter.
No one needs an assault rifle to go out and shoot a deer.
And yes, I'm going to blame all of those people because they've done such a wonderful job of making the M16 look like the mass weapon of destruction of the decade. And it's not. But nonetheless, they are intimidated by it, especially new shooters. When you take new shooters out for the very first time and you put an M16 or an AR-15 in their hands, they're intimidated because that's the way they've been colored in the media or by anti-gunners. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. Number 4 in my top 5 most intimidating guns is gonna have to be the AK-47. By and large, it is also just as ubiquitous as the M16. The only difference is with the AK-47, people usually correlate them with bad guys. You're used to seeing all of these movies about terrorism and seeing the terrorists wield these AK-47s. Hell, when you watch the nightly news and you see images of ISIS, they're always wielding AK-47s. So the AK-47 has become the perpetual bad guy gun and is iconic in that sense. So whenever most people see an AK-47, they're instantly intimidated because it's so recognizable and so distinguishable between all of the other guns that are out there, especially compared to the M16, which could almost look docile compared to the AK-47, even though they essentially do the same thing. So number 4, definitely gonna have to be the AK-47. The Thompson submachine gun. The Thompson submachine gun is more intimidating to people, not because it's just an inherently intimidating gun. For Christ's sakes, it shoots a 45. The Thompson submachine gun is so intimidating to a lot of people because it harkens back to the days of the old school gangsters. This image that has been glorified in our media, in our movies, of the gangsters walking down the streets, just spraying bullets everywhere, killing innocent civilians. Especially when you talk about a Thompson submachine gun that has a drum. This particular Thompson doesn't. It has a stick magazine. And I always have to wonder, would it be as intimidating with just a stick magazine? It's yet to be seen. But for the most part, the iconic Thompson submachine gun is intimidating to a lot of people because of what it used to represent back in the day. Number 2 on my list of most intimidating guns is the M60. The M60 is on this list for more personal reasons than anything else. And a lot of those reasons stemming from the fact that I love the movie Rambo. And I remember that iconic image of Rambo wielding an M60 with the belt-fed ammo wrapped around his arm, taking out all of the bad guys. The image was badass and it was also probably incredibly intimidating to people who didn't know what they were looking at. So I definitely have to go with the M16 for nothing more than that. Now sure, the gun does have its own intimidating presence, but when you put that image and combine it with Rambo, there's a reason it's number 2. The Ma Deuce is intimidating for one reason and one reason only, the way it looks. Don't get me wrong, there are guns bigger than the Ma Deuce, much bigger, but there's just something about the Ma Deuce's pure presence that just makes it seem larger than life. The odd thing is, shooting it is really not that intimidating, but the anticipation of shooting it, it's an intimidating gun, just sheerly based off of its looks. It is very intimidating because it is a very impactful presence when you see it. And there is no denying that. Now, like I said before, the idea of intimidation can include being scary, but not always the case. Intimidation is just something that is long-lasting. It leaves an imprint on your mind when you see it or when you're engaged with it. And I'm pretty sure there are people who completely disagree with this list. And if you do, I would love nothing more than for you to compile your own list and let me know what you think the top 5 most intimidating guns are.
Just a reminder, guys, this segment is available in the full episode of Noir. Don't miss out on any of the action.
What's going on, folks? This is Colion Noir. If you like what you saw in this video,
be sure to hit the subscribe button that should be located on the bottom left portion of the screen. I mean, come on, who you fooling? I know you want to.